it's me Anaïs. So today we're going to be making the Jasmine Pearl Tea Lady Grey. A delicious tea. And I have my beautiful little whale teapot. So for this type of teapot, you put hot water in it first so that it keeps your tea hotter longer. So that's what I've done already. I've already done that pre-process for you so you don't have to wait for it. And now for the actual tea. I think that it looks quite pretty. It has yellow and green and the black tea, of course. And then I'm just going to open it up, grab a nice little teaspoon. Come on. Try not to make a mess. And then whoop, in it goes. And then I just kind of shake it because there's a little bit of leaves that are on the rim, but no big deal. I heated up my water and I'm just gonna pour it into my whale. And then we pop the lid back on, and then we wait for 4 minutes because it's black tea and that is what we need to do. I brought my little gnome friends out. They're very excited. They are going to have tea too. We have this little cup for him and this little cup for him. These cups are special to me because my brother actually made them. He is quite good at pottery, as you can tell. I don't have any talents in the area of pottery, but I definitely appreciate those who do. Alright, so I thought today I would talk about writing and ridiculousness. I am a firm believer in adding as much ridiculousness to life as possible. One of my first exposures to a film that was ridiculous was Monty Python when I was a teenager and I'd freshly moved out of my parents' home. And when I saw that, well, first I was shocked because I'd never seen anything quite like that at all. I think that I kicked it off with Life of Brian, which for somebody like me was quite mind-blowing that they were willing to say these things. And I loved it. And after that, I watched every Monty Python movie, and then I watched the entire Flying Circus, and then I bought the whole Flying Circus so I could watch it again because it's ridiculous, and I love ridiculous things. So that brings me back to writing. All right, let's just, oh God, I'm making a mess. So if you're going to make a mess, you might as well take off the top and then try again. Whew. All right, that's good enough. And here we go. I have a little bit of tea. My father brought home a piano in pieces. They were just, the soundboard was out. All the keys were in boxes, and it was this big player piano that had all the guts just missing from it. I was super fascinated by the piano, and I wanted it to work more than anything. So, you go little guy, I set to work putting in all the keys. So on the end, these keys, I don't know if you have ever seen a piano on the inside. Keys are long, they're really long, and then on the end they have the key that you see. It's just about this big, and everything else is a long wooden kind of slat, and it's numbered 1 through 88, and you have to put them in the right order or else it will not work and you'll be a very sad person. So I'm glad that I had that experience because it was hard and ridiculous, but I did it. And I put all the keys in and I figured it out. I got a book from the library about pianos, and I think my father must have helped me put the soundboard in. I don't quite remember, but he must have because soundboards are heavy. But anyway, I got the piano in working condition. It had been a player piano, and I didn't ever figure out the player piano mechanics, but who cares, because I didn't want the piano to play itself, I wanted to do the playing. So I would sit down at the piano every day and annoy everybody, writing songs. Oh my goodness. I mean, at first I don't think I was really writing songs, I was just banging on it. I remember clearly that I had told myself, my only goal is to be able to play pretty. That's it. I don't need to do anything else. If I just do that, I'll be happy with myself. Of course, you always stretch your goals more and more as time goes on, which I definitely did, and I became a lot harsher on myself. And other people became harsher on me as soon as it seemed like I had a little competency. So that's where the ridiculousness comes in. I would make songs in my teenage years, after I'd been playing for quite some time. I started making up songs like Lip Gloss Eulogy. It was a song that I don't remember how it goes, but I remember that I had a lip gloss that I always had in a pot. And lip gloss was very much a luxury. You know, I didn't have that kind of stuff a lot because we had so many kids in my family. And I dropped it in the middle of the street somehow, and a truck ran it over, and that was the end of my lip gloss. So I wrote a eulogy for it, and I was so proud of it, and I showed my friends, and that was the first time, I think, that I can remember anyway, that I had somebody push back and say, well, you kind of have something here, you have some talent, why are you wasting it on a lip gloss eulogy? I quite liked my lip gloss eulogy, so I don't feel like it was a waste. I mean, maybe for some people, having a lip gloss break isn't going to be the end of the world, but for somebody like myself, who isn't going to just be able to run out and get another one, it was sad. It was worth a eulogy. And I love the ridiculousness of it, even to this day. So then I wrote a lot of other stories, and I kept hearing that in songs as well. People would say, well, why are you wasting yourself on whatever it was, on science fiction, on fantasy, on... I went through a phase where I was writing a lot of stream of consciousness stuff and poetry. Why are you wasting yourself? You should be doing something serious. Well, okay, so here is the whole point of it. To me, that stuff is serious. That's serious business. I think that comedians in general, I think that they have one of the hardest jobs there is, because I've played performances as a musician, and it doesn't matter if you screw up. If you're honest about it and you just go on with the show, people want to forgive you. But it seems like if you're a comedian, they don't want to forgive you at all. They want to string you up, and that's just sad. I'm glad I'm not a comedian, but I value ridiculousness, and I'm very serious about it, and I'm serious about what I write, even if people think it's a waste. I don't believe it's a waste, and I don't think that you should believe that what you do is a waste either. If you love it, and if you get something out of it, then it's not a waste. Alright, I'm gonna drink some of your tea because you don't seem interested. I'm interested. I think that the valuable one to be made, because there's always going to be somebody, and I've written nonfiction since then that was serious, and I still had people saying, why are you wasting yourself on this? You should be doing this. Nobody knows what they're doing. No one knows, and nobody has the right to tell you what you should do or what you know how to do, because you have to figure that out. So if you want to write fantasy, go for it. If you want to write popular pulp fiction, go for it, or horror, or romance, or whatever, it doesn't matter, or a lip gloss eulogy. The thing is, if you're getting something out of it, if you take it seriously, that's good enough. And it makes life better when you can laugh at something that hurts you inside, like crushed lip gloss. I'm very lucky I can buy lip gloss now. It's very nice. Alright, well, I'm I'm going to keep having tea and writing ridiculous things because that's what I like to do. And yes, talk to you next time. Goodbye.